Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Kenshi Shek's Conquest, episode 81, Cutting the Grass. Okay, there we go. Now we have a very strange looking gate. I'm not worried about the Band of Bones, so I'm just going to upgrade these walls to the next tier. The problem is I'm going to need a ramp to get up there, I think. Let me see if I can even do a ramp that works. No, I can't even build a ramp to attach to these here. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of base redesign once I have a few more building materials. But that's fine. I can have Kang slap on a trader's backpack and go buy building materials. So there's parts of these walls that I simply can't walk on. Like I can't get up to this spot, these two spots up there. But it's one grand gate. Now one of the big advantages of the weapon specialization that we've been doing is that the weapons that we're going to be attacking with now, because they're honestly just much stronger than katanas, are going to start delimbing and just outright killing targets. Which is awesome. So we're going to start to see numbers that we just haven't seen before as a result. I want everybody minus the crafters to join in on this. Did he just walk through my walls? Come on now. Door open. And go attack an enemy faction. So let me hide this, and I'll pull what enemy faction after this. Whoa! One of them just got... Oh, yeeted. Jeez. Now, I haven't specialized my non-viewer assigned characters, like Rain, or Ornn, or Kang. They'll come last. Yeah, it is a sea of green here. This is incredibly one-sided battle, which makes sense. Plunk. I don't want to strip them. I don't want to take their meds. I'm just going to sit on them and kill them. So, what faction to attack? I'm just typing some options now. There you go. There's your choices. What you want to see. Alright, so Glitch, have you made that long cleaver? Nope. Almost done, though. Almost done. There's the long cleaver. And this long cleaver is going to... Iguven. He doesn't have the strength for it, so it's going to be another case of someone not strong enough to wield their own weapons. But that's going to happen a lot. Oh, I think Shona forgot who she's following. Now, let me have her follow Horse as a permanent task to strength train. And her strength is already 33. She is past Rockfin. That's how actually easy it is to sort of power level strength. Like, she's just been following around Rockfin, hauling a big thing in tow, and she is now stronger than, you know, one of our main characters. It's really not that difficult to do. So, Mahai Goku, did you answer me what kind of weapons that you wanted? And Fangface, to answer your question, the larger walls do have mounting points, but only when they are not short sections. So the problem with these walls is they're all short section walls, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of redesign. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I have a nice amount of stone or building materials stockpiled before I start to go do that. So I'm going to get my stone processor up to level 5. And we can revisit the walls. So a little timer above my head for that pull. Yeah, I could handle any of these enemy factions almost guaranteed. I think this corpse furnace is bugged. So let me do another one. Is that in crafting? I always forget where the corpse furnace is because it's never in somewhere where I think it is. Mining? Power. That's where it is. Yeah, why the corpse furnace would be labeled as a power object, I don't know. It doesn't make power. It doesn't even use power. It has nothing to do with power. That's why it's confusing. It also sort of looks like... Ooh, that's a lot of rice weed. It also sort of looks like our farmers haven't been farming the cactus. But we aren't lacking food, I suppose, so who cares in the end? Alright, case. There we go. Back to incinerating. Alright, let's do a little tiebreaker between Grass Pirates and Holy Nation Outposts. Those were the two most popular, and I'll reset the timer. So where are we headed? So this combat cleaver will be the last weapon I manufacture before we head out. I'm also at a power deficit right now, because I guess wind is... Oh yeah, wind is real bad. So one of the things I could do when wind is terrible like this is to add some additional small wind generators, because small wind generators, unlike the big ones, aren't as affected by current wind. They generate less power, but they can spin more easily when wind is low. So I'll add some small wind jennies on the roof of the crafting building, because we're about to brown out, and there's like nothing I can do about that unless the wind picks back up. So here with this wind generator, you can see wind is well, it's picking back up now, thankfully. But the small wind generators are much easier. The operating wind speeds are between 0.89 and 5.59 miles per hour for the small ones. And for the big ones, it's 2.2 to 11.18. So it's a lot more wind to keep the large ones spinning efficiently. Which means when the wind is really low, the small ones at least still spin a bit. So the Grass Pirates are in the Stormgat Coast area, and they have lieutenants. I don't think they have a leader. They're just a bunch of lieutenants. Oh, I guess... yeah. We could just find where they are and beat them up. I think that's the best we can do. Because they don't really have a traditional leader like most other factions. Alright. Grass Pirates by a hair. Go kill some Grass Pirates. If I make some money on my way over there, there's also the possibility of buying more blueprints because we'll be near Black Scratch. Because that's the sort of the neck of the woods that they live in. So, Glitch, let's go get your weapons. Oh, and put the combat cleaver away. That's not yours. Oh, and the Jete. So the Jete was for... Sorry, it's going to take me a minute. It's just a lot of management. The Jete was for Cowley. And then before we head out, I'm going to want to stop everyone, heal them up, and make sure that everyone's good. And then the Combat Cleaver was for Thor. Why Thor doesn't have a hammer, I have no idea. Alright, let's get everybody's jobs are off. All those wind generators are now built. And now I just have to merge the two squads back together and ditch everybody's inventories of stuff that they shouldn't have going on a bit of a war path. And make sure that anyone that is injured heals. Because I'm sure we have some injuries. So, headshot. Your inventory's fine. Your health is fine. Els. Your inventory has iron, raw iron ore, but your health is fine. Shona. You need to put the corpse down. Okay, or up, I guess. Whichever suits you. And put the weight away. You're still encumbered, but you're moving at 24 miles an hour because you've gained a lot of strength. And then there's also the case of this big thing. Here, let me just grab it real quick. And skin it for meat so it doesn't get up and try to eat me while I'm organizing. So Shona, you're all set, except for the healing. So let's get you in a bed. Rain, good. Ruka, put the metal plates away. She's a little hurt, but not hurt enough that I care. That sounds heartless, but I think you know that's not what I'm trying to say. Thor, you got some electrical components. Horse, you've got everything that you should not have. I think what I'll do, because I don't have a steel box, is just leave steel on the ground, because I'll pick it up later and use it. Fully, you should not have bread on you. Chemo and Tora, you shouldn't have piles of chainmail. What I might want to do is I might want to set up 2 different chainmail armor and smithing benches so that Tora can start making the chainmail armor as well. And then when we run out of chainmail, have them go back to making their own chainmail. So everybody is now healed up, I think. Let me go through the roster one more time. Except for Shona and Ruka. And I don't need Shona to be 100% before I go attack Grass Pirates. Grass Pirates aren't particularly strong. And maybe we make a pit stop on our way home for tougher targets. Alright, looks good. Now, who has... Glitch, you have the backpack, right? The, yeah, you have this wooden backpack. So I'm going to have you drop that wooden backpack to Kang. Because I'm going to stack food in King's backpack so that he can carry a lot of stuff. And then this large backpack, I guess we'll give to Glitch. Although Glitch is probably not the right person to carry bulk goods like that. Alright, so that's a good amount of food. Really good amount of food. And we'll head out. Yep, I know you can stack backpacks. It's just not something I'm going to be doing. It's... What you have to consider is while I'm streaming this, stacking backpacks and things like that get really, really complicated to micromanage while streaming and doing everything else. So that's one of the main sort of constraints is I basically don't want to set myself up with so much micromanagement that I, you know, so many spinning plates that plates drop. So nesting backpacks or having everybody have a custom gear and custom armor, that's just too much work. Too many tasks at once to manage. And that's why, you know, everybody is more or less in the same uniform. Because otherwise, mistakes will be made and it will cost people. So we'll start heading towards the Storm Gap coast, which is out this way near Black Scratch. So we'll go sort of towards Black Scratch first, and then work our way to the coast. Right as a beast trader shows up. Grass Pirates are kind of a weird faction to attack because they're not run by anyone, but what we could do is make the best of being on the Storm Gap coast and go to the cult village. So let me hide this. It tied, and we'll just go Grass Pirates and then maybe Holy Nation. So if we stay far... Hey, buddy. If we stay far enough south, we ought to be able to avoid most of the deadly lasers. Also, I think that you all have me coming out here just for combat experience, so weak thrall, or really anything that gets in my way, will attack. I don't need to be that picky about who we attack. So there's a group of thrall over there, but they're running away from me. Hey, buddy. What's up? So we are moving as fast as Iguvin can take us, because he is the most encumbered. And unfortunately, it's now daytime. If we had left just a little bit sooner, we could have avoided the big lasers. Hey, thralls, get over here. Yes. Alright, Kang. Have you ditch. This is good little combat practice. So let's take a look at someone that has a new weapon, something novel to them. Like, God, I feel like I just spent so much time, like Greaser, with this Nagi Nagi Katana, which is not a particularly good weapon against robots, as it has penalties. But if we take a Greaser here, his polearm skills will start to raise. Oh, there it goes, a full level right now. So it's important when you switch weapon classes that if you're not proficient in the new weapon class, that you train the new weapon class against inferior enemies. Because if you don't, you're not going to be hitting very hard, you're not going to be hitting very often, and an enemy that you otherwise would be easily able to beat could actually win and best you. Especially if your new weapon proficiency is unarmed. That's one that's particularly hard to jump into with 0 skills. As most will tell you. Oh, and let's fix King. There we go. Please don't laser me. Shek challengers again, huh? Oh, good. I'll let King just keep the backpack on. It's probably easier than micromanaging on, off, on, off. Now these Thrall are definitely beneath us, so it's not great combat experience, so we may just want to keep moving in hopes to find stronger targets. So I know, looks like I'm fleeing this fight. I'm really not. They're just not even worth the time. I hate traveling through Venge. Northern Venge. Oh. Yep. Right as I lift the coffee mug. Okay, come on. Come on, people. Ah! Tried to dodge it, I just made it worse. Run! Get out of Venge! Are they patching up? Yeah, they are. Okay. Probably not wise to stand here. That'd be funny, to be bested by space lasers. I'm going to assume that Agoon is still the slowest, and let's keep moving till we're out of this. No, looks like Fully is slower. He must have been lasered twice. So some of the ones that hit the best against big things are the ones with racial weapons against big things. Headshot at 21. Fully at 18. Alright, let's follow Fully. Follow the Fully. Yeah, I need a little bit of sunblocker, I think. Hey, Jim Bob. Thanks for the bits. Cheers, dude. Welcome to the stream. One of the advantages here is Rockfin. Yeah, his cybernetics, same with Kang's, untouched. Untouched entirely. One of the perks in being a multiple amputee, I suppose. Doesn't really protect the vital parts, the chest, the head, the stomach, where when you lose that, you die. But, you know, it's a little better. Yeah, Fully just let us out of laser territory, so we'll be okay for now. And I think we have some grassers. Yeah, we have some grassers. So even if I don't kill too many grass pirates, mission accomplished, we are now fighting grass pirates. That backpack looks absurd on Glitch. I'm not saying it looked any better on Kang, but... So grass pirate stats are like low 20s. Definitely beneath us. No doubt. But they're a really good initial foray into us training for stronger and harder things. So that's not necessarily too bad. And Jibbob, thanks for the bits. Or, no, that wasn't that. Are my alerts, like, lagging? What is going on here? I think my alerts are just broken. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Alright, let's keep following Fully. So we're almost at the Storm Gap Coast, which is where the Grass Pirates primarily can be found. Why are they called pirates? They have no ships. There's so many pirates in this game that don't have ships. There's no transportation, anything. There are no mounts. There's no ships. There's only running. Running for your life or running into battle. Ruka, you are officially the slowest. My legs are somewhat falling off now. In the case of Ruka. That's okay. If I needed to rest, I would rest. I don't think this violates the rule of, like, no unnecessary delimbing, because I don't think there's any chance that a grass pirate's going to delimb me. They're just not strong enough. So this is a farming village. I don't want to go to the farming village. I want to keep moving east. What was this again? UC? Let me poke in here, just keep people healed up. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to top up our health. They got some maps. The issue, I guess, is I can't really afford lodging, or too much lodging, because I'm just about broke from all those blueprints I bought, but it should be fine. So fully, and Ruka, let's do poetic. Yep, it is a series only about the Shek and the Shek's goals, as described both in the title of the stream and in the rules and the about command. There's also an about command. So unlike normal Kenshi, our goals aren't to do a full everything or even something resembling that. It's very different. I've done stuff like that in the past. I've done full clear Ashlands and all. And just thought it wasn't necessary to do yet one more time. Because I've done that a lot. What are you shouting at? Oh, more grass pirates. No, these are Reavers. Hi, Reavers. Reavers are a little bit tougher than grass pirates, as you can probably see from their stats down here. They might not make a terrible... they've oddly not touched me yet. But they might not make a terrible target as well, if we're just looking for combat. But for now, I just want to heal everyone up to, like, an acceptable minimum, so that nobody is at big risk of permanent injuries or anything like that. But let me show you the Reaver Gear. So they have, and you can never make these without mods, they have the hack stoppers as part of their uniform, which is a medium class. They're not, the hack stoppers aren't amazing, but I'm a little bummed that, like, the player doesn't have the opportunity to ever make them, because they do look cool. Any Shek recruit in the city? Wouldn't matter. We're already at our pop cap. So whether there is or not. Unless someone dies, we're not adding any more. Wow, these Samurai Guard are having a real hard time getting through these Reavers. These Reaver put up a good fight. So who's left that is big wounded, needs healing? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So it's just the people that are currently resting. And as soon as Headshot breaks 100, I'll be comfortable to leave. I don't need them to be at 100%, just close. Might not be a terrible idea. Glitch, where are you? For Glitch to loot some of these Reavers to sell their gear, because I'm just that broke. But this, never mind. Their gear, their blades might sell for something, but their hack stoppers are, like, worthless. 50 cats. Oh, what just happened? Oh, they're throwing them out of town. Bolt regulars are useful, though, because that's what Headshot shoots. So I can loot their bolts if Headshot needs more ammo. Where's Headshot? Dude, I disarmed you. You're not even going to be able to do anything. Don't be a goof. This is a little bit of money, and only so that I can buy more food to keep us moving. Alright. Who is the slowest? Let's figure that out. It would be Thor. Maybe. Thor or Iguvin. Nope, it'd be Iguvin. This isn't so much a town. It's a village. It's a farming village. So it's not like Brink or Black Scratch, which are actual towns. A little more than a way station. And everyone stopped following you? That's gotta hurt. Hey everyone, I'm the slowest, follow me! And everyone's like, nah, we're good. So, the grass pirates are a little tricky to fight because they don't really have an HQ. They just roam around like Dust Bandits. Well, Dust Bandits is a bad example because they even have a tower. Come on, load. So instead, we could pick a fight with the Reavers. How many hours do I have in Kenshi? Hundreds. Hundreds and hundreds, played start to finish multiple times, like 3 or 4 times over. Not new to it. But here is a preacher cult. And I sure do like to beat down cultists. They're not really enemies of our faction. It's just wrong place, wrong time. And they all are equipped like Shona, as I'm sure you can tell. Cleaver versus Cleaver. So their weapons are hard for them to handle because they're really, really heavy. But, where is Preacher? I haven't seen Preacher here. Preacher, where are you? I want to kill you. I have no idea where Preacher is. Preacher might still be inside. But at least this is something to fight for training. And they're hitting us pretty good. I mean, there's some red numbers in here. Sharp point, you are eager. Look at him run deep into the... You know, you're a little outnumbered, like 15 to 1. Oh, no, I guess everyone just caught up. So here's Preacher. Found him. And he is wanted by the United Cities, rather. So that could be a bounty that I pick up. As long as I can keep track of when he's knocked out, because it's easy to miss it. But he is worth knocking out, because as you can see, the damage that he's dropping on us, yeah, he's not exactly unarmed. But he's about to be disarmed. Come on, get him. Thor trying to wield that blade. Yeah, he doesn't have the strength for that. And flop. So, Mato, Mooncleaver. Thumbs up. Glad I made the trip. This will eventually go to Shona. Maybe she can wield it now. Shone? What do you think? Here, let's have Shona go get it. She is the Mooncleaver-ess or something, I don't know. And, I would like to actually do a side-by-side comparison, so that's going to require Glitch or someone with a big backpack. So Glitch... Trade with Shona. Oh, that's Larry. What is going on here? Larry, not you. Put that down. Glitch, pick up the Mooncleaver. and trade with Shona. So here's the side-by-side from Edge 2, which is literally the best we could possibly make, versus Meito, which is the best in the game. So this has a cutting damage of 1.1, a blunt of 1.2. This has a cutting of 1.54 and a blunt of 1.6. Pretty big difference. It's also 8 kilograms heavier, so going to be hard for us to carry. But Glitch will carry around the old Mooncleaver. Maybe one of someone in the roster is going to want this Mooncleaver because it's still a pretty good weapon. But Shona, I came all the way out this way for you, buddy. And Fistmaster, thank you for the host. You were playing Solar Gene. I have no idea what that is. You want to tell me about it while I celebrate my victory? Oh, also, Rockvin, let's pick up the Preacher. Because he is worth 15k. So, might as well. Oh, Headshot is still murdering people out here. Oh, Jesus. Shouldn't be alone. Shona's carrying katana. Is that intended? Yes, it is. So if you have one of your arms severely injured and you wield a weapon that does not fit in the small slot, the weapon 2 slot, you'll end up being disarmed. And not, because most weapons require 2 hands to wield. So everybody that has a 2-hander has a backup katana just in case of critical arm injuries. What are we running to? Headshot, are you just picking fights with everybody? Who are you shooting now? I don't even see... Oh, there's a person crawling on the ground. Man, you really are sadistic. What's really funny about Headshot's personality is in Kenshi, every NPC, or most NPCs, have their own, like, personality type when they're unique. And her personality type is, like, sadistic and evil. And watching her, like, murder people that are crawling on the ground begging for help is exactly what she's about. So the Preacher cult has the Preacher, and let's go ahead and, with Kang, make sure that the Preacher doesn't bleed to death. I know it's dead or alive, but I like how they're no longer hostile to me because they're the only diplomatic status person in the group. What's the reason for the 2 katanas? Yeah, totally style, and that is it. In terms of injuries, it did look like Kang had suffered some, so let me use their beds before I leave. Oh, yep, there's still some up. I kind of want to see Shona land a hit with that Meito Blade. That Meito Blade rocked me hard. It's actually one of the reasons why Kang's leg almost... Well, I wouldn't say it came off, but became severely damaged or whatever. So anyone with serious enough injuries that require some rest, let me get a little bit of rest here. There's also, I guess, technically things to loot here, but honestly, most of it is garbage. Most of it is junk. So, I'm not overly concerned. And, ooh, you are very hurt, Thor. If only I could sleep on this bed. Apparently I can only search the bed. There. Try to sleep, Thor? Still not working. There's like an invisible farmer on the bed or something. I don't know. Yeah, there's a farmer on this bed that I can't get rid of. So who else is really injured here? Izo. Which for Orin. Sharp point for... King still needs to heal a little bit. Okay, Callie is really injured as well. Jacobot's... Okay, Jacobot's the only one left that needs to rest a little. So once the ones that are currently laying down are healed up, we'll get going. So I think what I'm going to do is... Black Scratch is Tech Hunters. Brink is United Cities. I'm going to run over to Brink and drop off Preacher. And then I'm going to ask you something after that, which is... I'll put that up a bit. After turning in Preacher, should we return to the base or attack a new target? Is there anything worth taking in the, as far as treasure goes? Sure, I'll search for it if you'd like. I don't believe there's really anything here of any substantial value. Just from past experience. Like, there is raw meat and a food cube. I guess I could steal a food cube. Let me check in here. Just because you're curious. So there's some blades. There's some really, really trash and terrible blades. Attractive Android, thank you for the follow. Empty armor storage. Some raw cactus. I don't know. It's not something I'd ever eat. And then in this building over here. TX Tucker, thanks for the follow as well. There's 4 cats. Oh boy, that's gonna... Some parchment and a holy flame. That's funny because he's Preacher, but I don't think he's... I don't... Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think this preaching cult has anything to do with the Holy Nation. Oh, there's that ancient science book. I stand corrected. 1 science book, it seems, is the sum total of yield so far. And some more food. Which, knowing Els, he'll eat it all himself. Okay, so 1 science book. That's, you know, whatever. I came here just to murder someone, so... guess it's a net benefit. I'll have to remember that Els is the one that has loot on him, because that's not typical. Well, let's get moving. So, the slowest person in formation now is... Shown at 23. Iguvin at 20. Oh, Iguvin, you're faster now. You must have gotten stronger. Yep, so it's shown at 23. Which makes sense, because she's now holding a Mato blade, which is ridiculously heavy. We're going to head back to Brink. And then it looks as if you guys want me to attack someone else. So, who else? In this area where I am now, there is... a few different targets that we could hypothetically pick. We could beak things in gut is one possible attack target. There's also Reavers or Grass Pirates. Grass Pirates might be hard to find because they don't have a specific region necessarily, so we just have to search. But that's fine too. Or the 4th option would be pick a new enemy faction, like Splinter Shek. So either in this region, which is those top 3 options, or the 4th option would have us traveling elsewhere, which I'm cool to do. Oh, hello, Reavers. Don't mind if I do. So Reaver, there we go. Now we're attacking. These guys are all upper 30s, low 40s for stats. So they're not pushovers. Their armor's not very strong, so they're easy to down when you land your hits. But this is what a Reaver Attack would look like. FYI. Because I see that is currently leading in the poll here. This guy's good at defending. It's not going to last very long. He just got walloped by Meito Blade. Headshot, how is your bolts going? Yeah, let's loot some bolts just in case. And check for major injuries. So Shona is majorly injured to her leg, but will splint it. But she's not going to be able to walk very fast. So 17 miles an hour is pretty terrible, pretty slow. And I think she's the only one that really got hurt. One of the reasons why she would be one of the ones to get hurt is her blade is so heavy for her that she can't use it very efficiently. So it takes her so long to wind up an attack, she leaves herself open to be attacked while she's lining one up. Was Fully somehow slower? No, he just lost his way. Going for big things would offer supply for food. True. Selling Preacher and buying food will keep us fed as well. So we don't necessarily have to take big things on to keep ourselves fed. Was that, someone was yelling at me. Oh, more Reavers. Sure. I will happily stop for you. I could be making more money stripping the Reavers of their weapons to sell. But I really am not that worried about money. I throw money away. Often. And they are knocked. Every man for himself, says the unconscious. The Reavers did land some pretty good shots on limbs, though. Why, Glitch, are you limping, though? You really shouldn't be limping. So Reavers it is. Put that as a next goal. Attack the Reavers after dropping off the bounty. Oh man. Shona at 6 miles an hour. Okay. That's what this looks like. Hey Kang, could you pick her up? Okay. So now who's slowest? 21 for Iguvin. Yeah, let me just run as a group. Run as a squad. I don't really need to figure it out unless they get stuck. And we're not going very far. I'll grab a bed when I'm... Oh, really sharp point. Oh my goodness. How did you get in the tree? What are you, like Winnie the Pooh? Chasing honey? Get out of there. Emmy, you're late as always. No problem. No problem. You show up and you support. Oh, Larry got stuck too. Are you in a tree? No, you just refuse to move. I can't imagine you're actually stuck. You're not. So Rockvin is here with bounty on his back. So let's go into the police barracks. Drop him off for clean 15k. Take him. 15,000. And then let's hop up in this bar here. And get Shona some R&R and anyone else that is wounded. Enough to warrant it. Because Reavers are going to be definitely a little bit harder of a target than some of the other targets that we've been going against, so we're not going to want to do that half-cocked and hurt. That would definitely backfire. Is there another bar here? Because there is just no beds in... Oh, yeah, there's a bar here. This one will have a lot of beds. Thank you for tuning in to Kenshi Shek's Conquest, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 13th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com and the description of this video both have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell, fellow Shek.